Alrighty. Hey guys, Zack here, and welcome back to Miitopia Revisited. So it's been a while since we've actually streamed Miitopia. We had a bit of I had something personal come up last week, so I didn't wind up streaming back then. If you followed me over on Twitter, you probably will know exactly what I'm talking about. But in any case, yeah, we're gonna just start off by saying that we got a letter. Wonder who it's from. Dear Zack, urgently needed muscle power for quest. For details, see Sender and Traveler sub from Witty. Okay, so Witty's got a quest for us that we need to go and check out and actually deal with. So we're gonna go do that. And we actually are gonna go do that because that's immediately where we need to go. So in any case, last stream kind of a whole bunch of nothing happened. So long story short, we explored Peculia and Chili Peaks or Powdered Peaks or whatever you want to call them. And unfortunately, we did not find any of the things that we needed to find. We were looking into leads, and that just kind of did not happen last episode. So yeah, oops. But in any case, okay, we got an event starting off. So which one am I going to actually wind up getting for this event? Alright, I get the apple. That's good. That's very good. Alright. Okay. Well, that's like peas and pods. That's level 38. What does that unlock? Nothing. Okay, so that doesn't unlock anything. That's just a little cute little thing that we can do. Alright, well, in any case, back to maxing out my relationships with everybody I go. I think everybody's at max relationships with everybody else. Well, I think everybody has relationship levels with everybody else. I can't really say they're maxed, but they are close. Okay, so who's the lowest levels of all the people here? It seems... Yeah, you... Okay, so everybody's level... Okay, so everybody's level 16 or higher, it seems. So I'm just gonna pick who I want, and then we're just gonna not worry about it beyond that. So, yeah. Alright. In any case, back to Traveler Sub. That's where we need to go to continue onward with our little mission. We did explore... I shouldn't say nothing happened last episode. We did explore a little bit regarding what's going on. But other than that, nothing, not a whole bunch happened. Although we do have a couple of quests opened up. Okay, this is the guy we need, I think that's the guy we need to actually talk to, so, we're gonna talk to him. Sporty Mage Hercules. Oh, because Hercules Satan from Dragon Ball, okay. Can I help you? Dark Lord Arthur, is this person famous? Oh, actually, that reminds me. My friend Mona Lisa told me something. She's a Nimbus right now. Shall I show you the way? Sure, go and see my friend in Nimbus. That's the only place we haven't checked yet, so let's go there and go see what's going on. This should be working out for us. Very well then, shall we go? Alright, this should work out fine. We should actually know where we're going now. Oh, yeah, this was a region... Right, this is a region we don't get to unlock just yet. But I do like this region a lot. I do like it. Aesthetically, I very much like how this region looks. It's very interesting. In any case, we gotta set off and go look for a person. So, Nimbus! I like Nimbus. It looks very futuristic-y for a place in the clouds. Let's go. Alright, I do like how this looks. I do like how this place looks. Alright. Wow, Shaggy, we're above the clouds. The clouds are so fluffy. Yeah, it's so light and soft. Yay. Woohoo! Yeah, Nimbus is actually... I think Nimbus is like the last main area we can go to. So we're just gonna... I think we're just gonna explore a little bit since that's where we need to go. Okay, we've got options. So, up or down? I'm gonna go up right now. And okay. Alright. Well, I'm just going to watch. I have follow you on Twitch. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for following me. Thank you for helping. Thank you for helping support. Thank you for helping. Yeah, thank you. I'm trying to get my Twitch channel to grow. I've been making content for a while, but this is kind of a new experience for me. Thank you for helping support me. And also, I mean, if the frame rate doesn't pick up, though, that's gonna be a problem. Okay. Yeah, I have a I think I have a Discord down. I do have a Discord. I'm not sure if I linked it. I believe I linked it. I'm not entirely sure. I believe I did. In the social links. But in any case, we got 2 new versions of goblins that we need to fight. Mecha Goblin. Alright. Alright, thank you for joining my Discord server as well. I'm still kind of working out the kinks over there, and I'm not very active over there, but there are a couple people over there, and so you can probably hang out over there with other people as well. So yeah, we're getting close to I think we're getting close to the end of the game. Because I believe after this, there's only like 2 more worlds. Oh, you're not. I don't think it'll let you actually post your Discord name. I can probably figure it out though. I can probably figure it out. So Mandy, do you have a work card that you use about? I don't think she does. So or at least I'm not gonna give her one because I'm too lazy to figure it out. But in any case. Alright. Alright. Well, in any case. On we go. Oh! That was a relatively short level. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that to be that short. Alright. Well, in any case, everybody's leveling up in their relationships, which is good. Yep. Yeah, it does. So it does look like it would be a shorter level. That makes sense, considering it is a split path and apparently takes you on 2 completely different routes. So that makes a bit of sense why it would be a little bit shorter. That makes absolutely perfect sense. What can we buy? I didn't even check. We can't buy that. What can we buy? Oh, okay, we can buy robes. We can buy kimono robes. I mean, okay. So we've got kimono. So yeah, we've got kimono robes. What do I want to put on my sister's knee? Black is a good. Black actually looks really cool. I mean, she doesn't. Black actually just looks really good. So I'm just gonna go with black. Then what else can we buy? Nothing else. Nothing there. No? I'm just looking at everything, but I think everything is far too expensive for us to buy at this stage. So, I think we're just gonna set off and go. And what does this pathway unlock? This unlocks a new level. I'm gonna go back into unlock the other path that I missed, though. Real fast, because now that we know how short the level is, it probably won't take very long. I think there's only like the 1 set of goblins in here, so we'll probably be fine. All right. Okay. Those are new clothes, right? They look so good on you. Yeah, not bad. Compliments went down well. Relationship goals. We are becoming super best friends. That is the point of this game. Become best friends, beat up some monsters, save the world. That is the purpose of this game. Oh yeah, these guys. I forgot this place is like home to all the futuristic enemies. Not entirely sure why. The cloud world is the future world, but I'm not complaining. It gives us some cool looking enemies. Alright, smack the Mecha Skeleton. I don't know. You'd think electronic enemies would be weaker to electricity-based attacks. Alright. Thank God for that safety max. And only the 1 person was affected. Oh, yeah. This attack, again, the tank not very particularly helpful, but, in a pinch, it does do good. It tries. That's all I can really say about it. It tries. I mean, the tank, I wish the tank were better. I wish the tank was better. It's very risk-rewardy. I just really wish the tank was better. It's a very risk-rewardy class, and so if you can, like, it's a very risk-rewarding. There's a lot of things that the tank tries to do well and doesn't. It's just very risk-rewarding, and it doesn't, and on top of that, it's like the slowest class in the game, so, and for good reason, it doesn't gain any speed, but in case, we got warning unlocked on those guys now, so that's good. Do we have enough food for, no we do not, but I'm gonna check the team. Oh yeah! I forgot about these cutscenes. Alright. Alright, I forgot those cutscenes were in the game. It has been a while since I streamed, so it has been a while since I streamed this game. But also I don't think Hercule has done anything since we picked him up as a guest party member. I don't think he's actually done anything. Alright, what can we buy? Not that. Not that. Not that. I'm looking for things I can buy, but I think we're at the point where everything is just really expensive. And I don't think I'm ever going to be able to pick any of it up. So in any case, we're just going to set off, since I have no idea when we're going to actually unlock things. Who's the lowest level now? I'm just going to swap out somebody for Sans, since Sans obviously we need... Actually no, I'm going to keep my healer, because I need the help. I need somebody to be a designated healer. Regardless of what I'm doing, I need a healer. So... It'll keep me safe, and I need a good healer. All right. In any case, that route's done. So now it's time to go into this route. And what do we got? Okay, we've got it. Oh, this is a very. I forgot how splitty up this actual area is. I forgot how many different paths you can go down. I forgot about that. Yeah, it's been a while since I played Miitopia. I played it on the 3DS, and this is the upscaled Switch version, obviously, but... yeah, it has been a while since I played Miitopia. I forgot there's a couple of things that this game does. Alright, in any case, I'm gonna do a snort, just because I don't want to just kill them all. Alright, I don't think that did enough to kill them, but... I don't think they can really hurt me all that much. So, or maybe not. Apparently we're at the exact level that we need to be for them to hurt me. Alright. Alright, I forgot the skeletons are a little bit bulky in this area. I mean, that makes perfect sense. Makes perfect absolute sense, but... Alright, in any case. Alright, we're level 21 now, which is good. Do I gain anything at level 21, or am I crazy? I think I forget. I know I'm waiting on a really good skill that comes eventually, but I don't know when Scientist actually gets that. I don't remember when Scientist actually gets that. Alright. Okay, well this is absolutely going to wreck them all. So, I think they're all gonna die in this one hit. Or not. Because technology makes them bulky. I'm not entirely sure how that worked, but... Alright. Okay. Apparently that guy died. Alright, we're done with that. We're done with all that now. We're done with that nonsense. That's good. Alright. I'm not sure why these enemies in particular would be so bulky. I mean, granted, technology, metal makes things hard, but I'm not entirely sure how that works. Why are the technology versions of the enemies so bulky? Especially since it doesn't seem like they have so much technology on them that they would actually be that bulky. I have no idea. I'm not even going to begin to try and logic that out because it's an RPG. I probably shouldn't be. And on top of that, it's an RPG that doesn't really particularly it plays very fast and loose with logic, so obviously it's not really that big a deal. Alright, in any case. And now we've got now we've got to continue playing message. I mean, that's the only really good thing I can think of is that if you're trying to get into Let's Plays or streaming, or actually specifically Let's Plays in this case, but if you're trying to get into Let's Plays, it's actually really perfect for that because it'll tell you how long you've been playing. It'll tell you how long you've been playing, and it'll actually pick out per designated loops for you. You can just play for 15 minutes to half an hour, and it'll tell you when it's time to take a break and actually stop recording. So yeah, for that reason, it actually works out pretty nice. But I'm gonna just make sure everybody's moved into where they need to be so I can actually see all of their events. Oh yeah, this event. This event never made any sense to me. This event has not made any sense to me. And it's like, is this a dream? Is Eggroll actually speaking to the people? I don't fully understand what's going on. Yeah, that was all a dream. Apparently it doesn't matter. I've never understood that event. For the life of me, I've never understood what's going on with that. Alright, in any case, we got one last event that we need to check out before we go onward. Alright, so this is the present event, I believe. Okay, so what is Sans going to get for his gift? A cuddly cow. And he's happy. That's good. Alright. Alright, well, in any case, now that that's done, we're gonna just randomize the eat grub function so that we can feed everybody. Oh yeah, I forgot, we got the burger from that. Hamburger 2-star. I forgot that was a thing in our inventory. I'm just gonna random and make sure everybody gets food. Alright, that worked out. Well, I think for the most part. I'm not entirely 100%. In any case, what can we buy now? We can spend some gold now to get some things. I'm gonna buy armor for myself. Because I'm selfish. I mean, I don't particularly need that armor, but it'll work. It's fine. I don't really need the armor, but it works. So, I don't really need the armor. It's just I'm the bulkiest person on the team, so I don't really need the armor, but I'll take it. I will happily take it to make myself bulkier, so I can better defend the rest of my team. In any case, what pathway is this? Oh, this brings me to a treasure. I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna do that real fast, since it's open to me. Okay, what do we got in here? Alright, sword sashimi. That's good. Sword sashimi is kind of hard to get because there aren't very many enemies that drop it. I think there's like 2 or 3 types of enemies that actually give it out to you. So if you get it from a chest, absolutely hoard it, because there's no real way, because as far as I know, there's no real way to actually farm it realistically. There's a couple of bosses that spawn it, and that's about it. Beyond that, there's nothing. Alright, Prince Threads. There we go. He looks stylish. I will admit that. The costumes are great. Except for the what is it, the muscly ones. I don't like the muscly ones. They look gross. Because the way their texture just does not look right. Oh yeah. Millie's well, it doesn't really matter since she's not really being used right now, so I will keep her in reserves until she recovers. That's fine. I have no problem with that. What can I literally just bought myself some lab gear, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I gotta buy Finn something, because he needs it. Alright, that's good. Alrighty. That's the closest thing he gets to his preferred color, so I'm gonna take that. Alright, in any case, time to set off. And that's a whole bunch of treasure that we've gotten now. So... Alright, what is that? That's just a pathway to... Okay, that's where we need to go. That's where we need to go. Alright, this is a much shorter area than I'm remembering. Okay, I'm gonna go back in here to finish off the rest of this pathway, since obviously we need to. And once we finish this off, we'll be fine with this location. So, we don't need to come back to this level. Yeah, that's what I try to do. I've been doing it for a while now, but that's what I've been trying to do. Just make sure everything is all filled in. Uh-oh. Well, that's kind of rude. That's fair. I understand being angry with Shaggy. Shaggy is kind of terror. It's kind of terror because he's a tank, which means he causes resentment, and then on top of that, he can do that shit. So, all right. In any case, Mecha Goblins. All right. And I do like the music for Nimbus. Nimbus sounds very cool and high futuristic, and that's probably part of the point because it's supposed to be. But I do like the music for Nimbus. It sounds great. Alrighty. Well, that didn't really work out all that well, but that's okay. Alright, that one's dead. Not sure if we're going to... Alright, he's actually doing things now. Alright. Yeah, we're just gonna kill it. We're not even gonna waste our stuff on it. We're just gonna kill it and outright and just be done with it. In any case, nobody gets a level up yet, but we are getting bone biscuits, which are helpful. Alrighty. And that should be that level done. Alright, who gets level up? Level 4, Consoin, and you get a level 6, which means Lend a Hand. That's very helpful. And that is level 18, which means Last Wish. Heal a friend when you're falling and they take a critical hit. Okay, so if they take a critical hit, that seems very circumstantial, but I can understand that working to an extent. That's not what I wanted. I can see that working to an extent. Like, if you're dead, and your friend suddenly takes a critical hit, it'll heal them up. So, I can see Last Wish being very circumstantial in that regard, but it can be helpful. Alright. Time to clean. Alright, Finn's just cheering. He's not even doing any actual cleaning. I'm not entirely sure why he's not doing any actual cleaning. That's kind of mean, but in any case. And you need to go in here as well. Time to see what Eggroll has to say to you. Alright, sleep. Okay, this is the sleepy time event. Alright, this is the nap time. This is the nap one. Alright. Oh! I've never seen this event before. I've never seen this version of the event before. Alright. Apparently Carrie is here as well. I don't know how that worked out. Alright. Well. Okay, apparently... Well, I never seen that event before. That was new. I've never seen that. Okay, and that links up Askel's pathway. I'm gonna keep going, and I'm kind of stalling for time because I got a lot of levels for this area that I need to get through. So we're gonna just do that. All right, who do we gotta fight now? What enemies do we have to fight? What horde munch? Okay, it's just mecha goblins. All right. All right, kill them. Alright, well I'm still curious when I'm still thinking about when do I actually get that skill that I'm thinking I'm supposed to get. I know I'm supposed to eventually get a more powerful attack skill with my scientist. I don't know when I get that, actually physically get that though. I'm still haven't completely 100% figured that out. I'm supposed to get something. I know I am. Alright, well that pushes over the 1400, which means we're going to get another upgrade to all of our stuff soon. Relatively soon. Alright. Once we get back to the inn, we're going to check that out and see what it is, but okay. It is another split path, so that's about what I expected. So let's go down. Hiccups. This is the hiccup event. The hiccup event can either help you or screw you. So, boo! Yeah, it can. If you scare them and they jump a little too high, they can hurt them and cause physical damage. So, you gotta be careful with this event. This event can harm you and help you. All right, in any case. I rescued 1,400 people, though, which means... Gift of Divine Power! HP Sprinkles upgrade! Your total HP Sprinkles was from 440 to 460. MP Sprinkle upgrade! Your total MP Sprinkles was from 180 to 200. Oh-ho! The People's Graduate has awakened new power within you! Truly, you are a beacon of hope for all of Miitopia. Alright, you may continue fighting monsters. Oh, and you'll get your next perk once you reach 1,450 people. Up to it, ho-ho! Alright, well, in any case, Millie's recovered! Yay! Hopefully she doesn't get sick or somebody else doesn't get sick in her place, because that's would be kind of annoying and would kind of suck. And we've got yet another... It wants us to rest again, but I'm not going to. It wants us to rest again, but I'm not going to. Alright, in any case, checking the team. And now for my next trick, I'm going to do an impression of Help Me. Oh. Okay. Well. It's funny and a little mean, but okay. And speaking of Help Me, we've got an event with her in the horse stable, which is probably why she wasn't intervening to know who was actually making impressions of her. Alright. Yeah. Hi! Hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Hi, nice to have you here. We're currently doing an event with the horse. That's the main thing we're doing. We're currently, actually, in the larger scheme of things, we're currently looking for Darker Lord Arthur. He is, I'm pretty sure he's in Nimbus somewhere. We haven't found him. So we're going to kind of explore a little bit and try and figure out if we can find him. Our last time doing this actually didn't, when you get your teammates back, World 4, fourth world, when you fight the Dark Lord for the first time. That's when you get all your teammates back. You gradually build up your team as you go to fight him. That's when you get them all back. So it does take a while, but you do eventually get them all. They do eventually come back, and they do eventually help you chase down the Darker Lord when you get to that point. This is a very late in the game, but that is indeed what happens. I actually like the blue a lot. Oh, purple though. Oh, purple though. Oh, the black though. Oh, black though. That looks good. I'm going to go with black. That one just looks cool. Black is always a good choice. It's like, yeah, it's like it has a reputation for being a bit of an edgy color, and part of that is because every character to make it edgy will just give dark highlights, and it makes perfect sense. Alright, well, everybody's at level 17, so I think I'm just gonna work my way down the teams now. Everybody's level 17 now, so it should just go smoothly that way. But yeah, you do eventually get your teammates back around whatever chapter that is. You get in chapter 4, and when you get to chapter 4 of the game, that's when you get all your teammates back, because that's part of the story. He kidnaps your teammates, and you have to beat the monsters that they're stuck to. So you do eventually get them back. Don't worry about that. It does take a while, though. It does take a while, though. You do eventually get them back around the halfway point of the game, though. So it's very good. It all works out. Oh, okay, so you're in World 3. You would be in World 3 then. So yeah, World 3, so yeah, that would be World 3, I'm pretty sure. That would be the Realm of the Fae, and that's where you meet Twerkies and a whole bunch of other weird enemies. There's actually a couple of enemies that in the game's code that actually don't show up, or at least not according to the. I haven't actually seen them, but they do appear in the game. For example, there's a variant of Mummy that appears. There's actually a couple variants of the Mummy enemies that appeared, but I haven't actually. Eggroll's eating something. What is Eggroll eating? A cloud, maybe? Are clouds even edible? I wonder how they taste. Hey, Eggroll, are clouds yummy? Alright, well, the horse is giving a straight answer. Alright. Well, in any case, what was this thing? There's actually a variant of the mummy called the Burning Mummy. We haven't actually seen the Burning Mummy. He shows up in Carcaton, which is World 4, a little past the point where you are at, Potato. But he does show. But there are multiple variants of enemy. We haven't actually seen them all, but there are a couple that show up and are apparently very rare. So we apparently are never going to see them. They are in the game, don't get me wrong, but I'm not sure, but for whatever reason, they don't show, I haven't actually seen them all. In any case, we got Locked Avenge too, which is good. I mean... let's train yourselves into fighting machines. Okay? So this is the training, I love the training montages. The training music is probably the best part of the game. I mean, well, actually, the music in general is just really great. I mean, especially the final boss. The final boss theme is kind of slaps way too hard for its own good, and which is interesting considering. I mean, I'm not gonna spoil what the final boss is for those of you who have never played the game before. Although I have, that having said that, I have kind of spoiled when you get the party members back, but and also I'm currently spoiling the end game right now, even though I have played it before. My point is, don't listen to me. Don't listen to any of the words I'm trying to say. Do not actually listen to what I'm trying to say regarding spoilers or anything like that. I won't spoil anything if you guys have gotten up to that point, but there are there is, just other than enemy variants and stuff like that. That's all I'm gonna maybe spoil. There's an enemy variant in World. Oh, and are we just getting this event consistently now? The only enemy I would worry, there are a couple of enemies that don't really show up, but they are in the game. In any case, we got close. That's good. Actually, I think my favorite enemy variant in the game. I don't know if we've seen it yet. But it is in the game. I don't think we've seen it yet. I think it's in Peculia. But I don't think we've seen it yet. In any case, we're gonna do this real fast. Because this is what we need to do. Alright, just a minute there! Okay, we've got the minigame one. Who has a never-ending thirst for fun and games? Only me, your friendly neighborhood quizmaster. Don't say you don't remember me. How would you like to play Who Am I? Sure, well let's play Who Am I? Now let's get this show on the road. Who am I? I have 3 questions for you. Let's begin. Alright. Isn't Who Am I the easy one? You're the royal supporter. I know you're Ernie. Yeah, you're the royal supporter. Alright. I know you are. Yeah. It's trying to trick me up with all the guard characters because they all look the same. Pretty sure you are. Yeah. I know my characters. You did great! Congratulations! You beat me fair and square! And he gave me MP candies that I'm never going to use or need. Yay! Be seeing you! I mean, I guess it's blessing in disguise that it's giving me things that I can use to heal myself, since Endgame has there's a lot of enemies and places that you need to worry about, but, okay, that's where I need to go next. Okay, I'm gonna just loop around here. Okay, in any case, Mecha Goblins. I love Mecha Goblin. They look cool. They're missing an eye, but they look cool. I'm not sure why they're missing an eye. They didn't. Maybe they'll just emphasize the fact that they're metal? I have no idea. They look metal regardless, so I don't really understand what's going on with these guys. They look neat. I like the goblin enemies. I'm just not entirely sure why they have eyes. Why they have a missing eye, and then it counts it otherwise. All right, perfect. Alright, in any case, what else do we have in here? Oh! Lizardmen! We haven't fought Lizardmen yet! I forgot Lizardmen appear in this level. Lizardmen are cool! I like the Lizardmen. I mean, there's a mini-boss that looks kind of stupid, but I like the Lizardmen. Alright, oh, first assist? Lend a hand too. Alright, apparently we haven't learned Lend a Hand 2 yet. Use Lend a Hand 2 yet. Or at least not with Morty. Alright, I forget how Alright, what is she doing? Alright, that killed them all. Alright, I think the only... Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see what the Lizardmen do, but... Alright. What do the Lizardmen are interesting, though. I like their design as an enemy. I mean, again, there's a mini-boss, that looks kind of stupid, but I don't know if we're gonna see... Maybe. I probably will wind up doing the post game at some point, but I'm not entirely sure if I don't, maybe? Alright, Hero found a potion bottle. What do I do? Drink it! Chug that sucker. Alright, that was apparently a terrible idea. That tastes awful. Apparently that was a terrible idea. Alright, that's kind of mean for them to say. I really think, I like to think I'm pulling out my weight. I'm not convinced. That is kind of just low-key shading, and I am all for it. Alright. I do like the lizard. I do like the design of the Lizardmen, though. It's a shame you don't get to see them very often. Alright. It is a bit of a shame that we don't get to see the Lizardmen all that often. They just look really cool and really unique as enemies. They just don't show up very often because of the nature of how they work. It's just... Alright. Okay, I don't think the Lizardmen are very much dangerous. They do hurt a little bit, but it seems like we're at a point where we're just able to combo them into oblivion, and then we never have to worry about them. So, yeah. Okay, in any case, I think that's the end of that. So... Alright. Oh, I got a letter. From who? Dear Zack, I simply adore my sister Bubbles. What am I telling you that? Who knows? Not I. From Sanford. Okay, thank you, Sanford, for the random outing tickets and just messaging me out of the blue. I don't fully understand by that, but I got 90 HP bananas, so... Gift of Divine Power! Alright. HP banana effect enhanced. That was the last HP banana we apparently need to increase that. HP bananas went from healing 40 to 50 HP. Oh! Your team's penchant for bananas has given rise to a new power. Now, this is going to sound a little strange, but the more bananas you eat, the greater their effect will become. They will improve again once your team has eaten 120 HP bananas. So, a long time from now. So much away! Ho ho! That's gonna be a lot. That's gonna be a while. I can already tell it's gonna be a while. I can already tell. That's gonna be a long while before we actually see what that does. Oh, we're getting a message. Alright. Sans wants to go see Millie and hang out. So we're gonna indulge his request. Check on the team. We're gonna put him in the back of the first and foremost. That's a little weird though. That it'll send you to wherever you swap them. I mean, so you have to plan ahead for that, so that they don't get swapped into a room you don't want them. Have a present. Alright, let's see what Sans is going to get for a present. A tambourine! And apparently Millie likes it. That's pretty good. That's neat. And they level up their relationship. So they get... what is that? Probably lights. Avenge. Okay. Oh. Hello. Hello, dear sister of mine. Why are you here? Alright, well that's not gonna backfire later, is it? Hopefully not. Hopefully that'll work out fine. In any case, time to set off. Wait, no. First and foremost, let's check to see if we can buy anything, because we've got a bit of money now. We can buy ice cream armor. Not sure how well that's going to hold up in battle, but we're gonna buy it anyway. It's ice cream. I don't imagine that's going to protect anybody from being stabbed or hit with an enemy or anything like that. I don't imagine any of that is going to work out, but here we are. That actually looks kind of neat, so I'm gonna go with that. I'm not entirely sure how that's gonna work out as defensive wise. Can't buy that. Can't buy that. Can't buy that. Okay, we're just gonna move on. Alright, in any case, treasure time. Alright. What do we got? What's in this treasure chest? Ooh, the night dagger! Now we don't have to buy that! That's neat! Thank you! Thank you, game, for giving me that out of the kindness of your own heart. Now I never have to buy that. What's inside here? Money that I can now use to buy more things. The game is being generous to me all of a sudden. The game is deciding to give me all of these things that I need to actually progress game. It's giving me all of these things that I need. Alright, so what do we... Ooh. Okay, it's giving me another break message. I'm not going to do that because I'm playing the game for all of you lovely ladies and gentlemen. I can't really afford to take a break right now. Because everybody's kind of hoping I play the game for them. In any case, ooh. Oh, it's a Power Ranger! It's a Power Ranger armor! I forgot that was a thing he could buy! I'm gonna wait on that, but I'm gonna wait on that, but know that that armor exists and I do want it. Alright. I'm not sure how close we are for everybody leveling up. Who is it? Where are we closest to leveling up for everybody? Is everybody leveling up? What do we got? What else can we buy? Not that. Not that. Not that. Not that. Alright, and not that. Although, he does buy a nuke at some point for a weapon, so... I don't know. Maybe Shaggy should just be kept on a short leash. Just a thought. Maybe we shouldn't be worrying about... Maybe we should just be a little bit concerned about him. Oh, is that what I need to close this path? Yes, it was. This is where I need to go. Alright, so... Okay, so I'm gonna complete the rest of these routes then, since obviously they seem like they're going to all connect to the same place anyway, so why the hell not? Alright. Yeah, that's just me. Is that just me, or is everybody else does everybody else play Miitopia like that? I'm actually curious. Do you guys play that? Do you guys play the game that way, where you actually go into all the different levels over and over again to just make sure they're all 100%ed? Is that just me, or are there other people who play like that? I'm genuinely curious. Please let me know if you play that like that. In any case, unstable formula. Alright. These guys aren't particularly threatening. I don't have to worry about them all that much. Oh, I forgot how stupid this skill is, though. I've never... It is very stupid. Also, these guys are a lot bulkier than they were earlier. There goes the Lizardman. Oh yeah, I forgot he gets an attack all. Alright. Just whack him, since he's about to die anyway. There we go. That's good. That's good to be doing. Just run up and whack the Lizardman. That's very good. Alright. I'm very concerned. Okay. I'm very concerned my thing is going to crash on me. I'm very much concerned. Please don't crash on me. I'm very concerned. It just dropped to 0. I'm very concerned something as bad is going to happen. In any case. Alright, but in any case, we got Roasted Lizard. Okay, it's fine. It's back. I'm not entirely sure what that was. It was just randomly disconnect. I was worried it was going to disconnect because it does do that sometimes. I was very worried that it was going to disconnect on me, and I was going to have problems. But apparently not. Apparently I'm fine. Alright. Okay. Well, that deals with all the goblins. We're at a point where we're just dealing with all the enemies very easily. We're at that point in the game. It's very nice. I mean, granted, this game is kind of easy as far as RPGs go. There's only like it really doesn't really kick your ass until the post game. It's very easy as far as RPGs go. And part of that is that it's supposed to be like more like a casual type of RPG where you can just pick it up and play it whenever you want. It's one of those types of games. And I'm all for that. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for games being casual and easy to pick up. Like, I've played several games that have that kind of format. Like, for example, two perfect examples are Balan Wonderworld and Super Meat Boy Forever. Both games I have played over on my main channel, but they're both great. I mean, they both have a more casual approach to how their gameplays, but they're still great games regardless. I mean, Balan Wonderworld is kind of an interesting case. I do like the game, but unfortunately it did not sell very well. It is one of my favorite games though, and I do recommend checking that out that LP after the stream. But especially since I literally just finished it, so now is like a perfect time to go and just binge watch it. But also Super Meat Boy Forever. It's designed in a way where everything is where the punch and jump buttons are bound to the same button. So it's literally just a matter of playing through the game and just getting good at it. You literally just platform and then press the button. That's it. But in any case, there's so many monsters. It's terrible. But if I put my mind to it, I can defeat anything. Is this some kind of new move? Alright. Alright, in any case, we're back at the inn. Also, that wasn't that many monsters. I don't know why my dude's complaining. There wasn't really that many monsters. Emergency! Alright, who's sick? Okay, so somebody I'm not even using. So, it'll be fine. They'll recover eventually. I mean, not particularly quick, but they will recover eventually. Ooh! Alright, what do we got? I think we need to come up with some room rules. Oh, yes. We should be quiet when people are trying to sleep. I won't even snore. We shouldn't worry about any weird noises at night. Wait, what? I forgot about this. And if we hear any creeper whispering, we absolutely shouldn't open our eyes. I don't want to stay here anymore. I forgot this event existed. Alright, close. Resurgence. Gain the strength to get up again if our friend falls in battle. Okay, we're getting some of the late game. We're just getting some of the later ones now. I know eventually they stop giving you new ones, and they just start upgrading the old ones that you already have. Hold on, shopping. Let's have a look-see. There's some food left. Huh, not hungry today? I mean, the horse ate most of it, so it's both fine. My cat doesn't eat that. My cat eats that way as well. She'll just walk up to whatever, eat a little bit, and then she'll just leave, and then expect me to feed her again. It's the weirdest thing. It's like that's how my cat spells love. F-O-O-D. That's how she spells it. I mean, I love my cat though. I wouldn't put it. I'm not complaining. This isn't me complaining about my cat. I'm just pointing out something funny. That my cat does that exact same thing. It's kind of, and it is kind of cute when she does it. So I guess I can't really complain all that much. We got 5 of these, so. Alright. Alright, so everybody should be full now, right? Everybody except for one. Oh, right, because one person's sick. Okay, so we don't have. I forgot one person is sick, so we can't actually feed them while they're sick. Unfortunately, that's how it works, but we can't actually feed them while they're sick. Alright, in any case, I'm gonna wait till the rest of my main party is leveled up, and then we're gonna switch them out for somebody else. Alright, and that's close, getting close. We're getting close to that. I don't think there's gonna be another branching path in here, is there? That would be interesting. I don't really understand why there would be a branching path. Well, there is a monster hunt, but there is also a banana. I'm gonna go for monsters, because I need the experience. Well, actually, not really. I'm level 21, everybody else is slowly catching up to me. So, not really? I don't really need that kind of, those skills, but in any case. I don't really need the experience, but I'm just gonna say I do, because it's an RPG, obviously. Everybody needs experience, or they can't actually do the things later. Especially since this game has a lot of post-game content that doesn't like you very much. Yeah, especially then. You absolutely need experience then. So it's very important. Alright. Alright, now we can actually switch everybody out. Now everybody's 18, level 18. Which means we can move up to a new group of party members and just clean up. Alright. I'm trying to keep everybody evenly leveled as best as I can. That's the main thing you want to worry about with this stage of the game. Just keeping everybody the same level so that you don't actually wind up mostly so that nobody actually winds up dying, but yeah, you do want to make sure everybody's at least the same level. Because it's very important later. It'll be very important later. You want to make sure everybody's the same level. Alright. Okay, in any case, that's good. Alright, who else do we gotta fight now? Oh, Lizardmen! Alright, so are we just consistently getting all the Lizardmen enemies now? I could use Horse Whisperer, but I don't think I'm gonna have it. Like, later, when I actually go and actually use it. I don't think I'm going to have the horse. And even then, these enemies are dying a little too quickly anyway, so I don't think we're going to be able to use them much. I mean, what? What happened? Are you at the point? Did you make it farther in the game? Yeah, you lose your team 3 times. It sucks. But there is a good thing in that you actually get to keep the final, whatever your final, ability was when you went into that. So, and for me, it was the scientist, whatever you wound up having when you went into the 3rd loop, that is you absolutely get to keep your team, you actually get to keep that. And I think you actually get yeah, you actually do get, but there actually is a narrative purpose for that, but you do actually get your teammate, you actually do get to keep your skills after that now. So that's a good sign, and now you get your full skill set going in. So it's very good. Can't wait to get some shot at the end. Speaking of which, the inns are... This is just me, are they super comfortable? Also, they're just everywhere, even in places they logically shouldn't be, but that's just me. That's because the mattresses are stuffed with clouds. Oh, are they? Now that I know that, I want to dive straight into bed. Me too, let's find an inn. I did not know that the inn... actually, that makes a bit of sense. It makes sense that the inns in Nimbus would actually be cloud stuffed. That makes a bit of sense. Alright. Well, that does it for that little loop. Hey! And Millie recovered just in time. Well, Mandy, but you get my point. And there's a lot of M names in my team, for whatever reason. So... What do we get? Check on team? Actually, what can I buy now that I've got a teammate? Actually, I should probably prioritize the next group. Who's the next group? Who's in the next group? Okay, so Help Me is the next group. Help Me, Finn, and Sans are in my next group of people. So, I'm gonna buy stuff that they can use. So, first and foremost, we're gonna buy this because it's very expensive. Okay, AK Silver Pan! Alright, so we're slowly, Finn is slowly getting a lot more bulky, so that's very good. And Help Me, I'm gonna buy this, just to make sure you have a good weapon as well. Heart Spear! It doesn't really match your outfit, but that's okay! Because everything will eventually match it regardless. That's just how the game works. You eventually do get the best sets of armor in the game, and you eventually get to the point where everything is just the same. It does eventually get to that point. What else can I buy? not that. And not that. Well, yeah, not that. I was close. I'm close to getting that. Yeah, you do get the... Yeah, you should be angry. The Dark Lord takes your teammates 3 times, but you do eventually get them back. I am telling you. You are in the 4th world now, which means you will eventually... You do eventually get them back. You don't want your ability? Oh, sorry about that. What class did you have going into it? What class did you have? What class do you have going into World 4? I'll see if I can help you. What class do you have going into World 4? Because I think you can switch it back to one that you want after that. I think you can switch back to whatever you want after that. You chose it by accident? Okay, Princess. Oh! Well, Princess isn't that bad. I mean, if you got stuck with Tank, that would be understandable. Tank is kind of not good. I know from personal experience because I've used it. But yeah, Princess isn't that bad. It's a lot of their skills are status skills, but it's not that bad. I mean, I think Scientist is one of my personal magic skills because it just does a lot of damage and to a lot of people. We don't get to. Okay. Oh yeah, the laid back quirk. First I was warrior, then thief, then prince. Yeah, warrior and thief are good. Actually, I did start with warrior because that's the one that I always start out with. But thief's really good too because it has a lot of long range attacks. But princess isn't bad. Princess is kind of a really good status skill. It has a lot of status moves. It has a lot of status moves. Left, I guess. I also have no idea which one is which. Hey! There we go. That was just lucky. Actually, what did you want? I mean... Scientist? Yeah, Scientist is great! I love the Scientist. Scientist is my favorite. The Scientist is my personal favorite, or at least skill-wise, it looks really neat. Although, there is one skill... Okay, I'm gonna continue playing. There is one skill later. There is one class later that we're not gonna be able to... that I don't think we're gonna see in the main game. There are 2 post-game skills that you can actually get that are really good. One, actually, the one in particular is really good. It's because... Yeah, Mage is good too. All of them are good. And Tank is the only one I really don't like, and even then, the Tank is also kind of... And even then, it's because the Tank is kind of awkward to use, but... I do like the Tank, though. Tank is very good. Tank can be helpful. Tank can be helpful, but it is a little awkward to use. And it's not my personal favorite. I mean, it is, in my opinion, the worst class in Miitopia, but... That's mainly because it's awkward to use. I mean, if you know how to counteract all the Tank's bullshit, you can actually use it pretty effectively, but, I just don't like the Tank. It's just, I have to use it because I want to make sure I have one of each class, but it's just so I can show them all off, but, I don't like the Tank. Tank is very awkward to use. Alright, are they having a conversation? I forgot this conversation when it happens. I mean... Carrie, am I interrupting? Alright. Oh, Quizmaster Tammy is great! Yeah, Quizmaster is definitely interesting. Quizmaster has the Quizmaster just kind of shows up randomly throughout the game, and he will just provide you with random questions to see how well you know your faces. It's very good. All of his stuff is memory games, and he does give rewards that are kind of pointless. I mean, I have. Yeah, Temmy's great. I love Temmy. Temmy is probably the best Undertale character, except for maybe Sans, but that's because mostly because Sans has a lot of lore and backstory revolving around his character that, as far as I know, not many people have actually figured out yet. Like there is the main thing with Gaster, but nobody. Yeah, Temmie is named. I know Temmie is named after the creator of the same name, Temmie Chang. He is the guy who helped Toby Fox make the game. I know who Temmie is. What else do we got? Ooh, why did we get a battle axe for a weapon with Millie? What the hell is going on? That does not track. What the hell is going on? Why did we get a battle axe? Why did we get a battle axe? What is going on with that? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, I can't buy anything at this point. Okay, set off. I think. Okay, now it's time to rotate my teammates around. Doop doop. Just make sure everybody's level. Just make sure everybody's the same level. That is what I'm focusing on. It does come into play It does come into play later. You do need everybody to be the same level and be on the same page, or you're going to have problems. Yeah, Temmie's great. He runs the Tem shop. The Temmie armor is actually probably the best weapon in that. Is probably the best armor in that game. I played Undertale. Actually did play Undertale on my main channel. If you want to check that out, I played through the neutral and in neutral and true pacifist route. I'm not even going to touch the genocide route, mainly because the genocide route is kind of scary. But oh yeah. All right, we got a UFO boss. Is that Mona Lisa? All right. In any case, we got a boss. We gotta fight this thing. Yeah. No matter you, Lisa, UFO. Doesn't look a thing like the actual Mona Lisa, but that's okay. In any case, we're actually going to. I'm actually gonna go for Horse Whisperer right out of the gate, since Horse Whisperer is very good. Especially with the scientist, because the scientist just gets a super attack. That's his. It's great. This is why I like the scientist. Mainly because the scientist horse combo is just really good looking. It's a very slick animation. Alright, that should take care of those goblins, so now we don't have to worry about them. And I'm not... Oh, right! Steals our HP bananas! Like a dick! Alright, I'm not sure how bulky this boss is. Okay, the boss isn't all that bulky. Oh, actually, I'm not entirely sure, because it did. Oh, yeah! Hyper! Alright, go hit it. Alright. Well, we can't actually do anything anymore. So we're just gonna hit it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the UFO boss, because it steals your HP bananas and makes it impossible to heal. So unless you have a dedicated healer, it's a problem. Alright. Alright, who's it given another turn? Me. I'm not really sure if I can use that, but... Actually, I'm not sure if I'm ever going to show this up. Speaking of going back to the Temmie, to the whole Quizmaster Temmie thing. I think probably one of the best things I've ever done in this game. I'm not sure if we're actually going to see it, but you can check out the VODs on my main channel. But I think the funniest thing I've seen, the funniest thing I've done, is I've made the princess from the main castle Penkill. That's the funniest thing I've ever done. Yeah, I'm kind of stealing it from Game Grumps, but I don't really care. Funny is funny. Okay. Alright, is it gonna give me our stuff back, please? I would like it if I had my HP bananas back. Alright, does it give us our HP bananas back? Or not? Is it just gonna leave? Alright, it's just leaving. Oh, does it look like the Mona Lisa? Is that it? Actually... I don't know. Did we get them? Did we get our bananas back? I would very much like a... I don't know who's closest. Eyeballing it. Say... Okay. Now, Finn's... Alien Gummy Candy. I forgot about that. Alright. In any case... There's the reason they're going with... Yeah, I think it's because it looks like the Mona Lisa. Ah, it's good to be back. My friend from Nimbus, Mona Lisa. How long has it been, Mona Lisa? I was so shocked to see you become a monster. Oh yeah, Mona Lisa. This guy here wants to talk to you or something. Alright, you've finished Hercules' requests. The Darker Lord? Come to think of it, I did see something dark and lordly earlier. Ominous shadows soaring creepily across the sky. Sound anything like that Darker Lord you're looking for? Absolutely. Where could he have gone? Now that I think about it, I also saw a giant tower in the sky around that time. That shadow kind of disappeared somewhere around that tower. The one over there. Over where? Ah! Yep, and there's the Skyscraper. They found the location of Darker Lord Arthur. Skyscraper is the final area of the game. Well, not the final area of the game, but it does lead to the final area of the game. Alright, glad to help. Yeah, it is the final dungeon of the game. You do fight the final boss there. It is the final dungeon of the game. But now we've done that. Now that we've done that, we can actually... Did we get treasure? Oh, but we do get a roving photographer who doesn't know when to mind his own damn business, but okay. Don't mess this photo up. I'm Staff's roving photographer extraordinaire. You wanna buy this photo I just took? That's not a very good photo, man. You really need to take some better photos. If you want me to buy them, take some better photos. Sorry, dude. I'm not gonna buy photos if they're not very good. In any case. Yeah, he just kind of shows up. I don't like him mainly because he doesn't take very good photos. He just takes whatever things out of context and they're not very good. Alright, in any case. Check on the team. Carrie bought a present. What do we get? Went shopping. Got you something. Alright. Present time. Don't mind if I do. What do we get? A silver candelabra. Is that a good present? Apparently yes. How did you know? Hero was very pleased. Alright. And also I forgot you can yeah, so all the things that you can use to speed up and skip things. For example, you can do this. That's really good for taking screenshots, but you can actually pause the game like this by pressing what am I pressing? Y? One of the people who actually saw the streams at some point actually taught me about that. I forget who, but mainly because it wipes everything and I'm not very good with names. But in any case, console friend after taking a hit. Somebody taught me that. I didn't know that existed, but somebody taught me that. And what can I buy? Ooh, not that. I want that, but not that. Alright, in any case, now that we're done. Now that we've actually found what Dark Lord Jeff actually is. Alright, so we can't actually continue onward with that yet. We will eventually, but not right now. Time to go take off and go find the new layer. Now that we found him, we can actually continue forward. I don't think we can do anything with this yet. Yeah, we can't. Because his door is locked, so we can't actually get in. So this is the Skyscraper. Darker Lord Arthur should be here. But yeah, you need special. The doors are locked tight. You need special gems to get this open. You're not gonna be able to get this open unless you have them. 4 holes. Let me guess. We need to run around collecting jewels again before it'll open. Well, better get to it then. Gather information at the Traveler's Hub. Alright, well, So this is where the game actually... So yeah, again, this is where the game actually opens up a bit. You actually do need to go to the Traveler's Hub several times to get leads for where you need to go, but it is where... This is where the game... The game becomes very open-ended after this point. You do need to talk to everybody. This guy has a quest for us. We can't actually... I'm not going to do that right now. Also, this is our friend from earlier. I'm only going to be focusing on... Unless the... Actually, doesn't the... I'm pretty sure the quest shows up at some point. Artsy fartsy scientist. Her hero. A him. Do you need something from me? Me, hello? The foremost authority in the field of robotics? Well, that depends. Do you know anything about jewels? Jewels in the shapes of eyes and noses, to be exact. That sounds most peculiar, yeah? But I just might have the answer. Follow me, we've not a moment to lose. Search for the weird jewel in the sterile plant. Okay. So now we get to go... So this... So yeah, you actually do... You almost almost as fast as a robot. This place we're going is in Nimbus. Let's go. Alright, so we're going back to Nimbus. This is how we actually continue the exploration. I didn't mean to do that. Oops. Alright, time to set off. Alright. That should open up and that opens up a new pathway. So now you can actually expand all the late game areas because you weren't able to do that before. Let's talk to this guy first and foremost since he actually has stuff for us. Oh. Oh, nom nom. This was made in 3 minutes? By who? A wizard? It looks freshly made. This is the true spirit of steak. I will never turn up my nose at frozen food again. Pardon? Well, I am the Roman gourmet Flavio. The hottest hot cuisine that moves me to ecstasies of emotion. I must share this bliss with you. Alright, frozen ready meal. Okay. Bon appetit! Yeah, he gives you the delicacies for all the different areas that you find him in. It's actually kind of neat. And this one is apparently frozen foods, which makes sense considering the futuristic factory setting that this place seems to have. It's always it does fit. It does fit the story of the game. Constantly swaying here on egg rolls back. Right. It's hard to keep my balance at times. On the upside, it's a great ab workout. Alright, so Sand's just complaining about riding the horse. I mean, that's been a recurring thing, but it's not, so it doesn't really matter all that much, but, oh yeah! Now we've got aging robots and robo-pengies. We haven't seen these guys yet. Alright, so these guys, so yeah, these guys are actually interesting. The aging robot is actually particularly interesting because, well, we'll see in a minute, but... I actually do find the aging robot to be very interesting. Just for reasons that'll become apparent if you play through the story a bit. Alright, that kills the aging robot. It only has eyebrows stuck to it because it has no eyes. Oh yeah. And we get the scientist as well, which is just really good. Alright. I forget what gem piece we actually get in Nimbus. I know we eventually get stuff, but I don't remember what we actually get. Who's behind now? You. That'll work. That'll be fine, I'm sure. That'll work out. That'll work out for the better. Sure of it. Oh, we've got a split path again. Alright. What do we got? Game tickets that I'm never going to use. I need to though. I need to start using my game tickets and outing tickets. That's just, there's a lot of resources that you need to remember to use, I mean, you can use them later, but... Oh yeah! Healing Cloud! So yeah, there's a healing variant of the cloud now. I mean, we've already seen this, but I think this is a stronger version of the healing cloud. Of the cloud we've already seen. It makes sense that the clouds will be here, though. This should be where they're from, theoretically. Alright. Well, Finn is gonna need some help. I can already tell. Alright, he's fine. He can make his own food and heal himself up. He'll be fine. Oh yeah, healing clouds heal everybody. So you gotta kill them all. You gotta kill them immediately or they're going to just keep causing problems. Alright. Alright. Done. Now they're not gonna be a problem anymore. And disconnecting things are never fun. Alright. Disconnecting, almost borderline disconnecting streams are never fun. There we go. I mean... Oh. Actually, everybody's pretty close, so... I don't think it matters. Alright, Finn's level 18 now, so now we need to switch him out of a party. Actually... You know what? We'll keep him in the party until everybody else is caught up. And then we'll switch him out. That's a better idea. That's a much better idea than what I was thinking. Alright. Everybody's leveling up their real friendships, though. So, which is good. And the horse wants to see... Actually, we're gonna eat food first. Since we got food. We got a lot of food. Alright. Alrighty. Well, that works out. Now we're gonna see... Well, we're gonna be switching into you next, so you might as well buy the fan now. Alright, peacock fan. That's good. That's a handy little thing you got. And now we can check on the team. That is what we can do now. That is not what I meant to do now. Ah, well, it'll help him level up his relationships with somebody other than me, so it'll be fine. Here's a carrot. Oh, that was apparently a really delicious carrot. Not sure what was in that carrot, but it was apparently delicious. Alright, level 11. Pretty good. Pretty good, all things considered. Okay. Time to set off. I should probably do some more outing tickets. I'll do them later. I'll do them way later. Maybe. Probably. I don't know. I don't know if I will. Maybe. I might. Actually, I probably should going into the final boss. That would be a much better idea, going into the final boss. I'll save them for when I get to the final boss. Okay, and that goes into the sterile plant. We're not going to do that right now. We have another loop that we need to go through, but we are going to do that in the very near future. I do mean very near future, after we beat this level, as a matter of fact. Alright, what do we gotta fight? Oh yeah, the ancient robots. The aging robots and the... Okay, kill it! Alright, Finn will be fine. Okay. Yeah, Finn will be fine. He'll heal up and he'll be completely healthy. Alright. Well, that worked out. Alright, so... double the prep work. That works, I guess. I'm not entirely sure if that actually applies to the horses, but I would imagine it would. Alright, now everybody's leveled up. Alright, Punishing Pitchfork. Secure an enemy plus those next to it with forces of darkness. Alright. I forgot that was a skill I can learn with that. And who's the farthest behind now? Sans, actually. So... pretty good. Penguin tweets. Penguin tweets. Always love the penguin tweets. Alright, I mean, they're just fish, but... the game's gonna call them penguin tweets, so we're gonna call them penguin tweets. That's what we're gonna call them. And what do we get from that? MP candies! I mean, I need to replenish my stocks of HP bananas, since obviously that was a thing. Okay. We got another set of these guys. So let's just unstable formula their ass, and hopefully that should do her. Okay. Alright, Sans is gonna do a thing now. Alright. That's one less enemy we gotta worry about, but we still gotta worry about the healing cloud since it can heal everybody. Alright, what are we doing? Punishing pitchforks. Okay, so this is the new skill we just learned. Ah, that's how it works. I know there's a upgraded version of that skill that we'll eventually get, but actually, do we mount and attack? Let's just mount and attack it, since that's literally all we can do. We don't need to. That's way too much damage, but that's okay. It's dead, so it doesn't really matter. As long as it's dead and can't hurt me anymore, that's all that really matters at this point. Also, what is with all the bonus experience? Why are we getting so much bonus experience? Is it because we're getting to the final... why is it coding the game to give us bonus experience? Everybody should be at the same level, roughly, isn't it? Emergency. Please, please tell me it's not somebody I need to actually... okay, it's good. It's fine. Millie will be fine. We'll just leave her in her bed for a while. It'll be fine. Alright, in any case. I mean, we can't level up our friendship with her anymore, but that's okay. We can work on that later. Alright, case level 4. Everybody's maybe sort of likes. And we've got another one of these, okay, time to set off. It's because I'm technically alone in the game, in the room. That's what it thinks, at least. It technically thinks I'm alone in the room. Okay, that's a much better version of the tank than what I currently have, so I'm gonna buy that at some point. What is this awesome stuff? Why am I getting such awesome things? Alright, let's check out this iteration. Meh. Mandy is cleaning. Put your back into it. And Sans isn't even helping. I mean, granted, it's Sans. He doesn't really help. He's not very particularly helpful. That makes perfect sense. Alright. Okay. In any case, time to set off and see what this factory's business is about. I've been to the factory, so I know what we're doing, but... okay. In any case, pop into the factory. Oh, there's Askell again. Alright. The factory isn't very big. I should mention that. The factory is indeed not very big. Alright, just a minute there! I do like it, the inside of the factory, though. Who is never running first for fun and games? Only me, your friendly neighborhood quizmaster. Let's find out how much you know. Want to play general knowledge? Sure. Let's get the show on the road. I'm not entirely sure how well this is going to work out. I have 3 questions for you. Let's begin. Question 1. Which of these monsters wears glasses? Mage Goblin. Alright. So general knowledge about the game itself. If you've been paying attention to the game, then you probably won't have much problem. On which side does the sun rise? Rises in the east, right? Yeah, rises in the east, sets in the west. Well done. Okay. Which day Princess Anne killed, Carl? Yeah. There we go. I mean, you did great! Congratulations! You beat me fair and square. I got HP bananas. Not really enough to replenish my stocks, but I do appreciate it. Be seeing you! I mean, granted, I have way too many of those, so it'll probably be fine. Alright. In any case, we got a couple of routes through this game, so let's keep going. Sterile plant! I do like the design of the sterile plant a lot. I mean... Okay, then. I mean, look at this place. This place looks great. This place looks very futuristically, very swanky. I like it. All right. I mean, we still got the same. We still got the same old enemies, but that's okay. Okay. That's very handy. And Sans gets to heal up, gets to level up everybody's friendship. So whatever the max is, I believe that's how it works. Alright! Helping! Alright, now their healer's dead. Alright. Now all we got is the aging robot. I do like the design of the robots in this game. They look really neat and really cool. I do like them. I do like how they look. And we've gotten enough face pieces to actually level up our stuff again. So that's pretty neat. Alright. Alright, what do we got? Why are the lights suddenly off? You know what? Look to the right. Oh, there's an MP candy. We tripped over an MP candy. I do like the event, but it seems like we're getting it a lot less consistently. Or at least so it seems. Alright. Oh! Okay, I forgot Metal Scorpion. I forgot Metal Scorpion. Alright. Yeah, that's the consistent theme of this. All the enemies are the same, but they're just metal. Alright. That takes care of this. So they're not particularly strong. I mean, they do hit quite a bit, but they're not tanky. Which works. That works out pleasantly for everybody involved. Goodbye. Goodbye, cloud enemies. The cloud enemies are probably are very interesting as well. All the enemies are interesting in this game. Also, I meant to switch out my teammate for somebody else, but oh well. You know what? I'll do that when I get back to the inn, because that's where I think I'm gonna be going. So. Ooh, a lever. You know what? Found an odd lever. Pull it! It can only be good. Alright, that opened up a hidden path. Wherever the hell that is. I mean, always pull an odd lever. They can open up hidden paths, so it's very good to actually do that. Unless you get somebody with a cautious quirk who won't pull it, I don't think it's really going to cost you anything to actually pull one of those secret levers. Right, but in any case, so I rescued 1,450 people, which means... Gift of Divine Power! HP Sprinkles upgrade. Your total HP Sprinkles were from 460 to 480. Oh-ho! The people's gratitude has awakened new power within you. Truly, you are a beacon of hope for all of Miitopia. Alright, you may continue spotting monsters. Oh, and you'll get your next perk once you reach 1,500 people. Hop to it, ho-ho! And Millie's recovered! Yay! Alright, hopefully nobody's actually gotten sick in that time, though, either, so, but, we'll see. We'll see. Alright, everybody's fine. I'm actually going to redesign my... reshuffle my teams about a bit. So... select these guys. Select all these guys. And we're gonna go back. And now we're gonna do all of our stuff that we need to be doing. Check on team. Fond memories. Wow, that really happened? Alright, level up. And what do we get? Acquainted. Alright, they're at warning now. So they'll warn each other. And that'll help them level up their friendships as well. So it's pretty good. What can we buy? We actually do need to buy something for you because you're gonna be the next person in our team. So... And you didn't buy the thing I wanted you to... Oh, well. It's HP banana, so I guess it's not particularly a bad thing. Let's check the arcade then. Actually, gotta check the arcade to see if I can get any of the armor that I currently need. Rusty tank. It's not particularly good odds, but I'll take it. Not particularly good odds, but I'll take it. I mean, that gives me experience regardless, so it's fine. I mean, I do need the experience, so... Oh, okay. Who is farthest behind? Shaggy, actually. So I'm gonna give it to him. Oh, that leveled him up! And now he's level 19! He's almost level 19. That actually might be worth it to actually try and pick up some... To just get everybody on the same level, at least. To level everybody up, that might actually be good. Just make sure everybody's closer to what they actually need to be. Alright. I think I can play a couple of rounds of this, then. If this helps me get experience... Actually, no, I don't need the experience for that guy. Okay. He's now level 19, so... A little bit more than what I needed. That had a little bit more kick to it, but... Play again. This is actually kind of worth it. I'm not getting the rusty tank, which I need, but... I am getting experience, which helps me level up my party members. I do need the rusty tank, though. I want the rusty tank. What can I... Alright, so who am I giving this to? Alright, that's good. Well, I mean, everybody's on level 18 now, so I don't think I need to worry about it. Oh, that hurt my eyes, because that was a lot darker than I thought it was going to be. Oh, that hurt, that's a little disorienting. If I'm being perfectly honest, that's a little disorienting. In any case, set off. And everybody's leveled up, so... I think I'm just gonna go back to my original teammates. I'm gonna go back to my original teammates since everybody's level 18 now. That wound up working out. Everybody's level 18 now. Oh. What? Oh, does it loop around and then... Okay, I get it now. It loops around, but it's not actually... Okay. I get it. Alright, in any case, the journey continues. Let's continue exploring. Open. What do we got? Game tickets. I just spent all of those, and now you're giving them back to me. Why? Why? I am never going to be able to spend all these. Oh, I needed that. Thank you. Complain and you shall receive what you need. You know what? He's a white Power Ranger. No. Yeah, he's a white Power Ranger. He's a white Power Ranger. He's a white Power Ranger now. This is canon. Morty is now a white Power Ranger. What do I get? Money that I didn't wind up getting to spend. Alright. Well, at least I can buy some of the later level costume upgrades now, so I guess that works out. I guess that tracks. That's fine. Alright. What can we buy then? Ooh, armor. I'm gonna buy that, since it's the only thing I can buy. I'm gonna buy that now. That's good. That's handy. Mushroom flower! That looks... Is that supposed to be Toad? Is that supposed to be Toad? Is that like a skinned Toad? Is that what we're looking at? Because it's got the eye markings. It's got eye markings on it. And it's the original color of Toad. Is that Toad? Please tell me that's not Toad. Please tell me that's not Toad. Is that Toad? Please tell me that's not Toad. In any case, I'm gonna set off before my brain explodes and I think about that way too hard. Alright, that doesn't continue onward with our quest, so I'm just gonna... I think this does. I think this does. Also, I like how... I think the map for this one is based on circuitry. Pretty sure. Alright. What do we got in here? Okay. Enemies that we can easily deal with. That's fine. Alright. Okay. Well, they're all dead. I think we're at the right point where we're supposed to be. If I had to guess. We're probably at the right point where we're supposed to be at. So, I think we're going to be fine. Alright. Also, I don't know why my team order is a little bit different. Who's behind you? So I'm gonna give it to you. They really are trying to catch you up with all these stuff, with all the stuff that they're giving you. It's very interesting. I'm not sure why they're trying to catch me up all of a sudden. Probably because they know there's a final boss coming up, and they probably want to make sure everybody's prepared. If I had to guess. If I had to guess, they're probably making sure everybody's the same level. Alright, that didn't really do all that much. And Mori just left to go do a sneak attack. He'll be back later. Alright. Okay, that hurt. And that heals me, so that's fine. Because that's how friendship works. I'm now fine. I'm not going to die. And now I've learned Pincer. Which is good. Alright, just try to whack some of these guys. Alright. And what do we got? This guy is left, right? We just need to whack him. Kill him? There he goes. He falls over. And there he's dead. He's dying. He's done. Stick a fork in him. He's done. We can eat him now. That is actually canon, so we are going to be eating him in a couple of minutes. We do actually eat the enemies that we fight. Yeah, Rose Lizardtail, we are eating him. We are canonically eating him. So, I guess we can worry about that. Alright, you know what? There's a thread on your shoulder. Okay, I haven't seen the other version of that where that kind of winds up screwing you. There's a spider version of that variant. There's a spider version of that event. We haven't seen that yet. I do remember there's a spider version of that. I haven't gotten it yet, but it does exist. Believe me, it does. Alright, so... Ooh! You know what? Pull it. And that opens up another secret pathway that we can actually go and explore, so... Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna complain about that. So a lot of it... So looking at this, it seems like a lot of this chapter is going through and finding the right path through. It seems. Because both of these have been secrets. They haven't been actual progress for the game. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that with secrets, since secrets help you actually level up your characters and stuff like that, but, continue playing. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with going out of your way to get secrets. But, okay, now we can actually feed everybody, so we're gonna do that. Alright, and everybody's leveling up. And I don't really know who hasn't eaten the treat yet. Actually, you need this more than anybody else in this, so I'm gonna give it to you. He needs the speed. He needs the speed because he does not get any naturally. His max is 99, and that is not from level up. That is from solely from feeding him. That's solely from feeding him food until he bursts, and then he gets more speed that way. Apparently that's how that works. I mean, tryptophan. I mean, normally the tryptophan, the sleepy chemical, normally that kicks in when you eat too much food, but with Shaggy, that's apparently the reverse. Apparently he gets faster as he eats because he is immune to tryptophan. I think that is canon in the actual series as well. I think he's immune to tryptophan. I'm not entirely 100% on that, but I think so. I think so. At the very least, he wolves down a bunch of stuff and doesn't gain any weight. So either because he's always busy running from things that are scary. I have no idea. I have no idea why he's so skinny. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. I mean, I think there's an explanation behind that, and which is that he's always the kind of guy, the guy to run from whatever the hell, but he's also the guy who knows how to make lunch for everybody. So he knows, yeah, that is canon as well. He knows how to make a pretty mean sandwich and everybody gets to go out and eat food. I mean, that is actually a thing in the newish movie Scoob. That is a thing where they're realizing just how much Shaggy and the others actually mean to them, and a part of that is that they realize that Shaggy and Scoob are actually responsible for telling the rest of the gang when it's time to eat lunch, because they kind of go like clockwork on that. They always know when they're supposed to eat food, because Shaggy and Scooby will start stuffing their faces. That's how they know. In any case, that's still disturbing. Why? Please tell me that's not Toad. Please tell me that is not Toad. And I can't buy this, so we're gonna skip that for now. Set off. In any case, we collected 12 different types of tanks to prove the clothing of this tank. I mean, that's a little bit redundant if you think about it. 12 tanks. We got 12 tanks, the preferred clothing of the tank. It's a bit redundant, but that's how it works. Alright, in any case, I think this is the final pathway, and then we just gotta go into the main area. Ooh, okay, this is just treasure. There's not gonna be any enemies. Hell Dog! Oh, wait, I know what those are from. Those are from the Cerberus enemies. Those have to be from the Cerberus enemies. That's the only thing I can think of. Dynastic Soup, I know what enemies that's from. Pretty sure that's from the Cerberus enemies. Because I'm pretty sure they're the only ones that can drop the Hell Dog. And Turkey Curry. I know what enemies that's from, and if you played through the game, you probably know it as well. The Twerky. The Twerky is a thing that exists in this game, and I kind of love it. It is my favorite enemy in any RPG, because of how weird it is. In any case, we got somebody sick, and it's Sans. We don't need to worry about Sans. We should probably... you know, I think I'm just gonna keep my teammates where they are. I'm gonna make sure everybody's leveled up to the same level. I want everybody to be level 20 going, being at least level 20 going into what we're about to do. Oh, yeah. A flower event. Flower event. The events are fun in this game. They really are. Okay, now we get to put Finn back in the room where it happened. That's not what I wanted. Ah, well, it'll enable them to learn to become best friends with other people that aren't in the room where it happened. So that'll be fine. That's the ancient spear. I can't buy that. I want that. Mainly because it looks like I can cosplay as a phantom thief, but I do want that. And that is a star leaf. I can't buy any of these things, so I'm just going to set off and we're not gonna worry about it. Okay, and I don't think that locks... Yeah, that doesn't unlock anything. We gotta go... This is our main path. We gotta go in here. Alright. Alright, so... Wow, this building. We're only just now talking about the sterile plant. Because this is the main pathway. It's all shiny and sparkly. Hehe, that's right. This is where the robots are made. The robots are ultra high-tech machines. They can only be built in extremely clean places. Wow. Even the tiniest speck of dust is not permitted. Good thing I wore clean clothes. Yeah, you're not allowed to come in here. It's very, very, very messy in here. Well, actually, it's very sterile. That's not the... It's a very sterile location, and that's part of the point. Metal Scorpion. I mean, we're at the point where we don't have to worry about any of these guys, so... Alright, done. Alright. Hit him. And now all we got is the Metal Scorpion. That doesn't really do a whole lot, but that's okay. Hit it! Perfect. Alright, done! And I think we get to move on now. I'm pretty sure we get to move on now. Okay, that's 20,000 experience, and that's 1010. You? You're the most behind, so I'm giving that to you. Penguin treat. Penguin tweets. Enemies! I think all the areas in this are linear, just by virtue of how they work. Oh yeah, that's a lot of enemies that I'm not particularly fond of fighting. If I'm being perfectly honest. Alright. That should deal a lot of damage to a lot of them. Okay. And now Millie gets to do her attack thing. That should kill them all? Yes! That indeed killed them all! I called that perfectly. Alright. Well, time to set off. And now everybody's at level 19. Do we get anything for that? No. Morty will. I think Morty does, eventually. Now everybody's level 19 now. Alright, what else we got in here? Oh, the lever! Isn't this the location that opens this up? Pull it! I think this opens up the pathway that we need, so... Yeah, that opens up the pathway that we need. Now we can get in there and actually do some things. So that's a large part of this. We need to open up the pathways and get what we need. Alright. Alright, time to set off then. Let's see what we got. We're very close to the end of the sterile plant, so we'll probably keep going. I mean, we still got another hour, but I don't think we're gonna clear another dungeon in that time. I don't think. I don't think we're gonna become even remotely close to actually clearing another dungeon in that time. But what can we buy? Yes! Finally! I can buy this for myself. I mean, it doesn't look... I mean, the masquerade set doesn't really... Yeah, that is a dress. That is just a straight-up dress. Okay. Well, I guess... And I don't think that would even be permitted in a lab, but here we are! We can't buy anything else, I don't think. We've got way too little money to actually buy anything else, so... We're just gonna... Actually, let's check the arcade and see if we can buy anything. Let's check the arcade and see if we can buy anything. No, but we can get experience again. I'm not gonna do that. Mainly because I don't need to right now. I'm just gonna let it go. I'm just gonna let go and just keep going. But in any case, we're gonna shuffle down our people again. We're gonna... That should do her. We need to make sure everybody's the same level. Otherwise, it's gonna come back to bite us later. Alright, in any case. Yes, and look at this. It's very reminiscent of circuitry. It looks very circuitry-like. And I do like it. But in any case, boss time. Alright. Time to go fight yeah, we gotta go fight a boss now. This place is absolutely fantastic. Now then, where are we to find this jewel? Oh, dear me. And his face is coming off. What on Robot Earth? Oh, hello. Alright, time to fight the boss. So, here we go. Robo Hello. So, yeah, this is an upgraded version of the robot that we've been fighting. So, yeah, this is the boss fight. It's just a much bigger version of that boss, of that enemy. I'm not entirely sure what it has, so I'm just gonna use... I can't use... Okay, I'm just gonna hit it for right now to gauge its damage. Gauge the damage it can take. Alright. Uh-oh, yeah. Here it comes! Gift of Divine Power! Shield Sprinkle's Power Awakened! This is the last sprinkle that we need. Shield Sprinkle. Give a Mito one-time protection from damage. Oh, being targeted by an enemy? You'll take a big hit if you don't do something. But don't worry. Using the Shield Sprinkles, any damage will magically disappear. Shield Sprinkles will help you if you are targeted. Remember that. Ho ho! Okay, so now we're in the position where we can use Shield Sprinkles to protect ourselves. And now we should probably... Not sure if this is a good idea, but we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna focus on our Hyper Sprinkles, and then just nail him. Because we haven't done that in a while. Alright. Okay, this guy's got a lot of health, so I might have made the right call here. Alright, hit him! Alright, hit him for a lot of damage. Alright. Yeah! Shield Sprinkles are protected. Star Chart, and now it's in a position where it can't actually hurt us anymore because it used its only attack. So it'll be sitting for a while until it actually fully recharges. Yeah, that's its main attack. It can't hurt us anymore. Alright. In any case, Santa's gonna use an Encore. And it's my turn, apparently. Oh, but I still have Hyper Sprinkles because it's technically not my turn again. Alright. Now I'm back to normal. Alright. We're just gonna hit it. I'm waiting. We don't really need to worry about it, because it's not a particularly strong enemy. It's not a particularly strong boss. The only really reason it's here at all is because it'll unlock the Shield Sprinkles, which you will need at some point. In any case. Healing up. And yeah, this is the only reason this boss exists. It's to teach you about Shield Sprinkles and how they work. Other than that, it's a pretty standard boss. And there we go. Let's just kill it outright with Horse Whisperer, because that's a good use of our resources. I mean, it's almost dead, so it probably is a good use of our resources, but, oh well. Time to die. Alright, it survived. I wasn't expecting that. Alright, and it's just targeting everybody again. Alright. Not that it mattered. Because it was that close to dying. Most impressive. And that's 1469 faces. And there we go. And that's the sterile plant done. Robo Juice 2. And we should get a jewel from that now. So that's one step closer to actually doing what we need to do. I believe the other two locations in this game, in this place, Powdered Peaks and Peculiar, actually have 2 gems. So I don't think we have to come back to Nimbus anytime soon. Do you think that I, a scholar of robotics, nearly became a robot? Ha! Who would have thought of such a thing impossible? Oh yes, while you're here. Around here, wasn't it? Aha, this is what you were after. Oh yes, that's it. Alright, we got the jewel nose. Well, here, please take it. Thank you. Actually, no. Is it? Am I right? You finished your Woo's quest. Am I right about what I'm talking about? The Dark Lord's in the Skyscraper, right? And this is why the jewel's that opens the entrance. Alright, let's see if we can find the rest. Then we can climb to the top of the Skyscraper. And teach that Dark Lord a lesson. Not to mention rescue the Great Sage. Hold on, Arthur, we won't be long now. Well, you will be. Because I don't know if we're actually going to be able to get... I might be able... Actually, thinking about it, I may be able to get another gem at some point. A gem in this episode. Since that took an hour, I'll have to play it by ear. I'm not entirely 100% on that. But, the game wants us to take a break again, so we're not going to be doing that. I'll play it by ear. I have another hour that I can stream, and then I have to go move on to other things, but, what do we got? You know what? I'm gonna swap you in. And I'm gonna... That's not what I want. I'm gonna swap you in. And let's see what you gotta say. Oh, it's just a cleaning event. Hey, girl gave silent support. We haven't seen that yet. I'm suddenly overcome by a wave of motivation. Cleaner and cleaner still. And probably likes cheek rub. What's wrong? Low IB, the little cheek rub makes all things better. That is indeed a very good thing. A cheek rub will always make everything better. And now we get to see what Morty and Finn are talking about. Oh, they're doing the singing event. Alright, and they're completely in sync. Perfect. Alright, and that levels them up a bit. Now they're level 4. Concern. They get concerned now. Alright, and... move you back into the room where it happens. And we're gonna set off. Actually... no, I'm gonna check to see if I can buy anything first, since I can't. I'm gonna check both of my sources for stuff. I can't buy anything. Can't buy anything. Can't buy anything. We're at the point where everything's really expensive, so we can't actually buy anything. Arcade? Does the arcade have anything that we can use? Super lab gear, but mostly nothing. Okay. So no. No, it is not. No, it is in fact not. Set off. In any case, then. That does it for the sterile plants. That's the last thing we needed to do. So we gotta go find another location. We got a couple of these that we need to do. Who can we talk to about gems? Who would know where the gems are? Oh, you're here now. Artsy Fartsy Cat Mona Lisa. Oh dear. Do you have a minute? So my perfect little guy Toby did a bad thing. He turned up one day with a spooky looking jewel. I yelled at him and told him to go throw it away. But I guess I scared him and he ran away from home. Now I'm worried. Why don't you help me search for my little Toby? Sure, let's look for Toby and Peculiar. So this is an enemy we haven't actually seen yet. This is gonna open up a new enemy that we haven't seen. In any case, Okay, let's go check this out and see what this is. Peculiar is always fun. Peculiar is always a fun time. It's very, very, very fun. Alright. Okay, but in any case, we got one of these guys, so let's fight him. Yeah, golden snurps. Always love the golden snurps. They give you a lot of money. Also, we're in a position where they can't really hurt us anymore. So we're very much going to just kick their ass and take their money. We're very much in that position now. Because these guys are very low level. These guys are very low level enemies. These guys aren't a threat anymore. Alright, now go kill them. Alright, we just need to hit the one. There we go. Done. They're just easy money now. That's just what it is. Alright. Alright, in any case. I believe this is where we need to go? Yeah. This place is a little bit weird, but this should be kind of relatively short. Erie Road! Oh yeah, Erie Road is the location this is the location we need to unlock something. I know we need to come here eventually to unlock one of the... I know we need to come here eventually to unlock one of the secret classes. I know, I'm pretty sure. Oh! Oh yeah! Ghost Mallets! The Ghost Mallets look kind of freaky, but I'm not gonna complain about it. Let's see how I like my taste of unstable formula. Let's see how they like that. They like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot they... Okay, these guys aren't particularly threatening, but... You need to start moving people into... We do need to move some people into the safe spot. Okay, but now... Okay, we can't actually do anything to this guy. That should calm down. That should calm you down now. That's not what I wanted. These guys are almost done, so it'll just take a minute to kill them. Alright, that guy will just die or to whatever. These guys aren't particularly threatening, they just afflict sad on you. It's not a particularly threatening thing. They do hurt for quite a bit, but they're not particularly threatening. Alright. Alright, in any case. Oh, we've got split? Okay, I'm gonna just... I don't think it matters, so I'm just gonna go up or down. Alright, what do we got? Ghost Mallet? More Ghost Mallets, probably. Since I think the... Oh! Yeah, we got a Ghost Mallet and Peach Jellies! We got more jelly enemies! That's pretty good. Alright, these guys will be... Those Peach Jellies will be dead in a minute, so... Yeah, now it's just the ghosts. Alright. I think this guy's probably gonna die pretty soon. Alright. Well, he just healed himself, so he's fine. I don't think we need to put him in the safe spot yet, because especially if he's healing himself. Done. Alright, and Finn's gonna recover. He's gonna make a full recovery. He's gonna be fine. And that's Slime Jelly and Tenderized Tartar. Makes sense. Hammer enemy. Tenderize. Makes perfect sense. Down. Oh, this is the chest. Okay, MP candies. MP candies are sent to the inn. That's great. And does this get me? Hey, who sings that song? No, I mean, I just made it up. You like it? Well, it does sound familiar. No way, it's an original road trip jam. I know where I heard it before. It sounds like that squeaky sound that moles make. You just don't understand music. Alright, that's a little bit mean and low-key shading each other, but that's okay. And we're done. Alright, I got a letter, though. Dear Zack Buttercup, always so gorgeous, and yet tough as steel. Can't thank you enough. From Juan. Alright, and level up for everybody. What do I get? Level 4. Consoling, which is very helpful. And now we get maybe sort of likes, we get praise. Very good, very handy. And who else do we get? Maybe sort of more praise. More praise. I have a hard time keeping track of... Okay. We got an event. I'm gonna buy this since we currently have Finn in my party. I might as well buy it for him. Check her uniform. Blue. Because that is the color he likes. Alright. What else? Can we buy something for you? No. Can we buy something for you? No. Alright, let's check the events. And it's a present event. Okay, neat! Very neat, very neat. Very nice. Went shopping. Got you something. Gary gave a present to Ro. Don't mind if I do. Perfume! And my sister hates it. I mean, to be fair, she's not very much a perfume person in real life, so it makes sense. Makes it complete. I guess that tracks. Alright. We're very close to everybody leveling up, so... where does this take me? Alright, I'm actually gonna see where this portal leads. Doesn't this portal take me to where I need to go? Oh. Now we're in Carcassonne for whatever reason. Alright, well, we're not gonna worry about that right now. Just a minute there! Oh, it's a never-ending thirst for fun and games! Only me, your friendly neighborhood quiz master. Think you can find where the treasure is? Let's play treasure chest shuffle. Sure, I'm good at these. If one of my more recent videos is anything to go by, I'm kind of good at these. Treasure chest shuffle. Which chest has the treasure? You only have one chance. Will you get the prize? I guess. Oh, it's got 4. That might make it a little bit more difficult. Okay, I know where it is. Yeah, it's literally just in the middle. It's literally just where it was when it started. Alright, congratulations! You beat me fair and square! Be seeing you! Okay, bye! Thank you, Askel. Thank you for that. Alright, he doesn't unlock anything, but that opens up a pathway that I'm presumably going to need to open. So, I'm gonna go back in here first, just to finish this off, and then we're gonna continue onward with this. I don't think there's many enemies in here, so it'll probably be fine. Right? It's probably fine. Hammers! Ghost mallets! Ghost mallets! Alright. Alright, I ain't afraid no ghosts. Bring it on. Alright, what are they doing? What are you... And there goes the toast. Alright. I don't think this pincer's gonna work out as well as you think it is, but... Or maybe I am. Maybe I'm going to be completely and utterly fine. Alright, Finn's gonna go murder something. And done. Alright. Okay, so how close am I to leveling everybody up? Oh, I got a Tenderized Tartar 1-star there. I barely saw it, but I did get one. Alright. What enemy's in here? Oh! Slime jellies! Well, peach jellies, but you get my point. The point is something not particularly threatening and then something maybe less so. I mean, they're not particularly this enemy isn't particularly threatening, it inflicts a status effect on you, and that's its main attack. That's its main gimmick. And on top of that, I can just heal myself, so it's fine. It's really not that big a deal. Kill it! And it's almost dead, so... Done! Yeah, it only gets to attack once and then it's dead. So, it's fine. And everybody's level 19, which means I have to switch everybody around again. Alright. Nobody gets anything from that. I do get Tenderized Tartar, which is good. Alright, is there an enemy up here? Or is this another chest? I don't remember if this is another chest or... Okay, it is another chest. We're good. Game tickets! Can't use those, but game tickets! Alright. Well, that level's done. Alright, and now... Likes a lot. Lend a hand. Increase the chance of finding and boosting a friend's action. Okay, and we've got I'm gonna feed everybody since we've got a lot of... I think it's mostly Tartar. I think it's... Yeah, 4 of those. Actually, you know what? Feed everybody. Alright, and then... That gives us speed and attack, so that's going on Shaggy? He hasn't gotten that yet. He needs the attack and speed, so I'm gonna give it to him. And who else needs the attack and speed? Probably you. Yay! Happy! Well, so please tell me that's not Toad. Okay. And now to set off and do this. All done chopping? Alright, let's see what you get. Let's see what you did. Let's have a look-see. Food's all gone. Good! Hearty appetites for all the horses. Happy horse. And now the horse is at level 13. And what do we got next? Can we buy anything? Anything useful? Anything useful at all? Preferably a new costume so that we don't have to stare at the dead Toad. That would be preferable. There we go. That's much better. That's now I'm not staring at Toad. Alright, what else can we buy? Ooh, no, I can't buy anything anymore, I don't think. I don't think we have the money for it. Do we have any... Can we buy something from the arcade? Or win it from the arcade? Heart gown, but not very good chances on that, so I'm not gonna be risking it for a grand prize if that's with the chances being that low. If it's higher, then yes. Alright, but everybody's level 19 in this group now, so I'm gonna... And time to set off. Alright, and that should clear that. We're actually gonna go in here, because this is actually the next location that we need. I'm not sure how big this location is. Hopefully, it's not very long. Together till the end. Oh, this is the nighttime one. Who turned out the lights? You know what? Go to the right. Oh. That was an MP candy, but that's okay. Alright. Thank you. Thank you for that. I mean, you hurt my tank, but that's okay. Oh, this is gonna be many split paths, isn't it? Oh, not particularly comfortable with that. Ah, another failure. What's up? Hi! You're like, yes, it is Shaggy. It is absolutely Shaggy. Okay, the dark. Yeah, it is absolutely Shaggy. I got a couple of other characters from it. But yeah, but it is indeed Shaggy. It is indeed Shaggy. He is my tank. Don't ask me why he is my tank, but he is indeed my tank. Okay, this one's gonna be a bit of a longer pathway, isn't it? I was hoping to get this dungeon done, but apparently that's not gonna happen now. I was hoping this would be a lot shorter dungeon, but apparently it's not happening now. I thought it would. I thought it would be. Okay, we've got a little bit more. Let's continue playing because the game's gonna try and boot me out again, but that's okay. Actually, oh, this is okay. We've got events. We got events at the wazoo, so we're gonna see what all the events are, what all the talk is about. All right. Why is he the tank and not? Because I kind of picked the warrior and cat as my own class. And I just kind of couldn't use them, so I just kind of wanted to show off all the different classes, and I had to pick somebody for the tank, so I wound up giving him the tank. That's why he's the tank. So yeah, tank is and I'm not the biggest fan of the tank, but it does work as a class. It's interesting. Let's walk the path to victory. Now let's run for it. Training time. I mean, the tank is very risk-rewarding. It's not my personal favorite, but it can work if you know how to circumvent all of its stuff that it doesn't do right. We don't have a lot of money, so we're gonna just set off. But yeah, long story short, that's why Shaggy is the tank. Because I needed a... Ooh. What is... Oh, this is a pathway that... Okay, so this seems like a much shorter pathway than I thought it was going to be. Alright. That's good. That makes me feel a little bit better. What do we got for enemies in here? I actually haven't seen many enemies in here. I'm not sure if there are. I haven't seen many. Actually, I think there are enemies in here. Yeah, there are enemies in here. Never mind, I'm an idiot. I'm not remembering. Oh! Well, we do get to see running noses again! And the Lizardmen, which are apparently here. I don't know why the Lizardmen are in here, but they are. Alright, time to kill them all. I do like the running noses. The running noses are ridiculous and fun. I do kind of like them. Alright. They're not as ridiculous as the Twerky will ever be, but they're still pretty fun. Alright, that guy's done. And kill that guy. And now all that's left is the Lizard Man. We're probably going to kill... Yeah, literally next turn. Okay, and that's fragrancy. What else do we got in here? Another split path, presumably. I'm gonna just... this was probably a mistake, but that's alright. Ooh, Lizardmen. Lizardmen. Okay. Kill this. Kill all these. Kill all these. Kill all of them. Kill them all. Kill all of them. Alright. Lizardmen. Oh. She's gonna do the wriggle dance again until they actually do the dance. Alright. That's a neat quirk. I didn't know that existed. So if you put stubborn on the princess, they'll keep going until they actually put their status effect on somebody. I did not know that. Alright. Let's just hit it, since it's very low in health. Alright, that does her. Next. And... Alright, we've got a couple of loops here. Alright, emergency. Who's sick? Oh. Well, I think she was the highest level of that group anyway, so... That works? I mean, I think it does. Does that work out? I don't think that works out very well for me. I mean... And disconnect. Disconnecting. Alright, please come back, frames. Please come back, frames. Alright. Any case. Okay, we got another event. So let's check that out. Oh yeah. Sleepy horse. Sleepy horse. Yay. Happy horse. Also, is this the event where somebody... Yes! This is the event where somebody shows up in the middle of the night. Yep. That's the event. That's a new version of that event. We're at that point where people are starting to get that event. Okay, any case, go back in the room with you. We'll leave the horse alone for now. And you can't buy anything that you want, so we're just gonna set off and do a thing. Alright, alright, who's sick? Okay. She's, well... Well, could we survive with... Who's my... I can pick up to 4, so... I just need somebody to be on the team temporarily until she's not sick. So, we're gonna just pick Sans out of a hat and just see how that works. Alright. Yeah, we got 2 more loops of this that we need to go through. Not particularly a big fan of that, but that's okay. It's fine, it's whatever. Alright. And what do we got? Running noses! And a lizard man again. And... spray him! Ow. Alright, perfect. Oh yeah. Gross. Boop. Alright. Okay, and that's a lizard man. Now we need to... no, we need more... Glitch? We need more glitch, I think. We haven't used glitch in a while, but there we go. Killed him with glitch. Not bad. It's a single target attack, but it's still good. I don't use my single target attack nearly as much as I should, so that works out. Now Shaggy's level 19. Still got a ways to go before he's actually at the level that I need him to be, but that's okay. He's actually going to be, it actually is going to be quite a while before he's actually where I need him to be. Alright. Okay. Okay, they're fighting. Alright. So they were fighting a little bit. That's okay. And that should do it for that loop of that particular dungeon? No, because we still got one more. Never mind. I'm lying to you all. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry. I'm lying to you all. I'm not reading the game. I'm not reading the actual things in the game. I'm lying to all of you. I'm sorry. Alright, but in any case... And everybody's going stir crazy. Yeah, everybody should probably check in on her. She's definitely a little sick, so that would definitely be a good idea. And also, this is something that we haven't actually seen yet, which is that you can actually speed up somebody's recovery by doing this. You actually use an event to speed up somebody's recovery. I think. Yeah! Carrie's feeling better again. Yeah, if you level up their friendship while they're sick, they actually do recover. So it is pretty neat. I do like the idea for that. I do like how that works. And more food. Another food-related event. Let's have a look-see. Food's all gone. Hearty appetite horse. That's a healthy horse. And what level are we at now? 39, like peas and pod. Our best friend is the horse. Because we lost all of our people, I just stuck him in the thing. And I just stuck my dude in the thing. And now the horse is like our best friend. That would actually be better, but I can't afford that. Nor can I afford that. I'm gonna just set off. And we're gonna just reset, rework everybody so that everything is fine. Alright, everybody's we only needed stands in there temporarily. And now that everybody's level 19, we're gonna switch back to our main party. That's the good deal of having mostly balanced parties. Is that, and regardless of what party you're in, you can easily swap everybody in. Alright, time to go back into here and finish this loop off. And then we're done with this level. Then we can be done with this level and actually move on. North? Okay, no enemy in there. Interesting. I thought there was an enemy in there, but apparently not. Apparently there's not an enemy in that node. That should do her, though. And this is where the running notes is... No, this is the one with the two Lizardmen. Okay, so... You know what? You know what? I can, so I will. I'm just gonna murder them. I'm just gonna murder them outright with my super scientific horse attack that I love to death. Because look at the sequence. Done. And now we're at 1500, and we get our next upgrade. That is a great attack. I love it to death. Alright, in any case, I'm level 23 now. I probably should switch to a different class so that I can... well, it's fine. I don't need to, so it'll be fine. Now we can leave. Now we're done with this. Now we can move on with the rest of the dungeon. Oh, that took a lot of time and effort, but done! 1,500 people! Gift of Divine Power! HP Sprinkles upgrade! Your total HP sprinkles goes from 480 to 500. MP sprinkles upgrade. Your total MP sprinkles goes from 200 to 220. Safe spot now even safer. Standing in the safe spot now lets you recover more quickly. Ho-ho! The people's gratitude has awakened new power within you. Truly, you are a beacon of hope for all of Miitopia. Alright, you may continue smiting monsters. Oh, and you'll get your next perk once you reach 1,550 people. Up to it, ho-ho! Very good. And now everybody's fine. And the game wants me to take another break. I'm not going to. I'm gonna keep going. But mainly because I want to get to the... I think I'll get to the end of this dungeon. Looking at this, I think I'm going to get to the end of the dungeon. Also, we're going to shuffle Morty in so that he can actually do the event with the horse. And then we're going to just move on with that. Oh, the horse is... This is the fond memory one, but the horse doesn't really care. The horse is falling asleep. The horse doesn't care. The horse doesn't care about your prattling. Please do not bother the horse with that kind of nonsense. The horse does not care. Alright. That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Alright. Who do you like? What? I'm not telling. What? Tell me. What? Nope. Okay, I understand. Who? Alright. And that levels them up, which means level 7. They get sort of likes, which means they get a get well soon. That's good. Okay, now it's time to set off. Keep going. And now, let's see what's this way. This way feels this way should be a lot more linear, since there's literally the only way you can go through. Alright. Oh! Oh yeah! Cursed armors! They're now standard enemies. Which means we have to deal with those now. I'm not gonna use horse whistling, mainly because I don't know how far in the level we are. And I just kind of want to play it by ear. Enemy status. How close are we to killing these guys? Oh, these guys are not very bulky in the slightest. You'd think because they're armor they would be a lot more bulky, but apparently not. Apparently the game does not have its priorities straight when it comes to giving armor more health and defense. And now that guy's almost dead. Done. Alright. So... Please tell me this is a more linear area. I would very much like this to be a more linear area. Because I'm kind of getting tired of going through all the loops again. I'm kind of getting tired of doing that. I've been doing this for almost 3 hours now. I would very much like to not have to do that again. Alright. Alright, kill these guys. And the noses are almost dead. Well, the nose is. I like the running nose. The running nose is a very silly enemy. And to be fair, this is peculiar, so everything is silly, but... Everything should be a little bit silly. If it isn't, yeah, I mean, it's not Miitopia. That's just what the game is. It's just, Miitopia is just a very goofy game where anybody can be anybody. And then you just have goofy monsters like this. It's fun. That's what makes this game interesting and fun. Dead. And that should do her. Alright. Time to set off then. How close are we to the end of this? Diddly diddly dee 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 dee. What on earth are you singing? I wrote it myself. It's a blend of jazz and avant-garde funk. Cool, huh? There's something about it. I've heard it before. But I just made it up. Oh! It sounds like a bread, just like bread baking. Really? Oh, I never knew bread was so jazzy. Alright. Well, that wasn't the most mean version of that we could have gotten, but... Alright, enemies. Please be a straightforward. Please be a straight... I'm hoping... Oh, Slorms! Okay, we got Slorm and Peach Jelly. I'm gonna just wreck them all. I mean, we're at the point. The Slorms are just bulkier jelly enemies. That's all they are. And they have a messed up face. Other than that, they're not particularly threatening. Kill it? Yeah, dead. We're all good with that. I haven't seen the Slorms in a while. They were from Peculia, but I think they're like early Peculia. It's been a while since we've seen those. Well, actually, we just saw them last stream, so maybe not? It's been a while for me since I've only done this, like, I took a break last week, so I guess it's been a long time for me, not so much for all of you. Because you guys get to watch this over and over, presumably. I would assume you are. Please tell me you are. Alright. Alright. Alright, in any case, that's maybe sort of likes. And that's consoling for those two as well. That's very good. I like consoling. It helps with enemies and stuff. Set off. Alright, where does this spit me out now? Where does this particular route spit me out? Because I know this is going to take me to a portal. Oh! Oh, this takes me to the boss. Wait. Alright, then what the hell is... Then what's over here? What is this? Why is this? This is a different route entirely. What is this? Is this connected to what I need? Is this the other route through this? Thanks for all the healing. Where's this coming from? I just think clerics are great. The best. You do so much good for everyone. It's not that big a deal. So, think you can fix my bad back? I'm not that kind of cleric. Alright. So that's why you were buttering her up. She's not particularly happy with you, but that's why. Eh? Is there something in my pocket? An HP banana. There's a letter with it. Dear Hero, I hope you took enough HP bananas. I've been worried about it, so here's one just in case. I got an HP banana. Extra HP bananas were sent to the inn. Lucky me! Alright. Oh, this is another split. Treasure or treasure? Me thinks there's not actually going to be treasure at the end of either of these, but here we are. Unless it's a snurp. That's a possibility. Yeah, that's not treasure at all. Why does this exist? This isn't treasure. I think I was stiffed. Alright, time to kill them all. And there they go. And lay back. Unusually focused. And zappy zap. Horse. Yeah. Alright. Piece of cake. And now everybody gets to level up again. Tenderized tartar and fragrant teas. Very good. So that wasn't really treasure. No, it was not. Oh well, at least it gives me another path through the air, I believe. Alright, everybody levels up. And that's a level 5. That's praise. That's very good. And that is level 15, which means I get... I don't know. But that doesn't give me anything. So, but the horse wants to see my sister, so we're gonna send in my sister. And we're gonna feed everybody. We have exactly 10. Perfect. And... check on team. Wants to see my sister, so go see my sister. Go play with the horse, sister. Here's a carrot. Eat up. Egg roll found delicious. Perfect. And what level is that? That is level 10. Likes. Very good. Very good. Actually, we need to swap you in back into the room where it happens. And buy? Buy some things? Let's buy some things. Alright. Manny bought a rose. Very handy. Purple. Purple is a very good color for that. Finn gets to buy spooky armor while we're in the spooky place. That is fitting. He gets to buy spooky armor. Halloween uniform. He gets to go trick-or-treating in a Halloween costume. Actually, I like the orange. The orange looks very Halloweeny. I like it. Actually, the orange is Halloweeny. That's the main point of it. That's why it's orange and purple. It's to make it look Halloweeny. That's the point. It should look Halloweeny. Alright, time to set off. That little tangent on Halloween colors aside. Alright, where does it set me? Oh, that opens up that pathway! Neat! Now I can go get that treasure! Alright, well, I'm gonna go back through here first. But that opens up the pathway to get treasure, so I'm pretty happy with that. And I think, and this should be the last path we need before we can get the treasure, so it'll probably be fine. Well, this could be treasure. I don't think it will be. Oh, it is treasure. It's actually treasure. It's actually treasure. Neat. I have actual treasure now. And that gives me some money, which I should be able to use to buy some things, correct? Or not, because the game's going to try and boot me out again. No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that anymore. Please stop doing that. Okay, in any case, what can I buy? I can buy heart robes for my little sister. There we go. Heart robes! I mean, they're not as sleek as the kimono robes, but they look nice. I like purple. I honestly like the purple color on this. So, what else can we buy? Oh yeah, the battle axe. I can buy the battle axe. I don't know if it's actually a battle axe, but it looks like one. I don't think it's actually a battle axe. What can I... Ooh, I can finally get the missile shit. I could try. I don't know if this is actually going to turn out well for me, but I can get an alien gummy candy or a missile. First try. Okay. First try with that. Shaggy is the one that can equip it, so... First try, though. Now he has the missile. He has an actual proper weapon. He has an actual... What you would call it. That's neat. Alright. Well, in any case, time to set off, then. And go. And now we can go in here and go get this treasure chest. And then we're going to go fight the boss that's at the end of this chapter. Which is neat. It should just be treasure. Unless there's enemies in the treasure chest, I think it's just treasure. Game tickets! Don't need those. I just got a whole bunch of those that I would like to get rid of, please. I don't need those. Hole! This is a pointless event! In a treasure room, I think. I don't know, maybe they'll throw an enemy at me. And I'll actually have to worry about it. Alright. Mori left the party. He'll be back at the end. We'll be fine. Alright. Well, he's in a hole. Not a particularly helpful event, but he's in a hole. Oh! There are monsters in here. Oh! Fun! Love these! I'm just gonna... okay, so being on the safe side, I'm just gonna throw some sprinkles down real fast. Now I have an actual counter to these goddamn things, so that's good. Actually, menu. Sprinkles. I'm gonna use hyper as well. I don't want to deal with these things any longer than I have to. Just hyper and shield sprinkles. We're fine. Start. Yeah, you can't do anything to me now. Unless you attack the same person. Yeah. Can't do a damn thing to me. I'm done with this. I finally have a counter against those goddamn things at long last. Finally, I can kill them without having to worry. Finally. I can kill them without having to worry about them. That is nice. I like being able to kill those things without having to worry about them. Now I have shield sprinkles, which enable me to do exactly that. Sunlight vestments! Millie is getting those. Actually, I like the purple on this. So, purple. Oh, I like this. I like the vestments. Okay, go! Alright. And now... Emergency! Okay, it's just Sans. We're not using him right now, so it'll be fine. Alright, and now for everybody to level up. Everybody gets Consoin, I think. Or just Morty and Carrie. Apparently, never mind. Apparently, I'm a liar. Apparently, the game is making me a liar, and I don't like it. Go! Alright, now we can move on and go fight the boss at the end of this. And that should do it for today's stream, then, after we do this. Because I don't think we're gonna have time to do anything else after that. Let's go! I feel safe with Mona Lisa now. She looks like an accident waiting to happen, but that's okay. Toby, where are you? It's Mummy! You have to come home! I guess he's not here. Huh? Yep. Boss fight time! Hiss! Mona Lisa! Yep. Mona Lisa, Wolf of the Wisp! So, yeah, we got a new enemy. The Wolf of the Wisp. These guys turn into standard enemies later. They're pretty standard enemies. They're pretty good. They're pretty... Yeah, but we do get a boss. This guy's a boss. It's interesting. Because it's a stop bubble from a dog. I mean, what else can you say about that? Oh yeah. Healing abilities. Okay, this guy's bulkier because he's technically a boss. Yeah, actually he is a boss. They become standard enemies later, but they are bosses. Alright, everybody's helping. Which means we're going to just whack this thing. Alright. Alright, kill it! How's the enemy status going? I want to see if we're killing it. We are, slowly but surely, we are killing it. Ow. Well, actually, I'm gonna wolf down a snack. Since I have them. I need a snack! Actually, I need a snack in real life, not just in the game. I'm hungry. I mean, it's just, I had a light lunch, so I'm just very hungry. Everybody gets a level up. Alright. I do like the idea of this enemy that's just smacking with a snot bubble. It's very funny. It's very funny for the... I'm praying for this game. Oh! Are they doing a sneak attack? Alright. 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 Okay. Just kill it. Alright. And she's healing herself because that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Alright. And I'm not paying attention, so I'm gonna die. Yep. Gonna die. Alright, time to skewer it. Kill it! Alright, she's gonna need a snack. So, she'll probably... Alright. Time to... Well, hopefully this boss... I don't think this boss is gonna kill me, but... Alright. I don't think this boss is gonna kill me. I think we're gonna be alright. We don't really have a cure. We do have a... No, we're gonna use our one healing seal that we have. Alright, and now Morty's gonna go kill it. And kill it! It's very close to be dying, so it has to die soon. It's gotta be close, right? Ah, just healed for 100 HP, so... Alright. Okay, and that heals them, so it's fine. That's level 12. That heals them all up. I mean, you can't really rely on that later, because eventually it does get to a point where that stops being helpful. Kill it. And she's gonna recover her magic. And what are we hitting? What are we doing? Mega Fire! Oh. Shady! The Shady dodge! Oh, that one's a little annoying. Alright. That's helpful! I mean, I'm probably gonna die, but that's alright. We're very close to it, so we're gonna be fine. Especially if everybody chips in. Done! And now the dog wakes up and runs away. Because we popped the snot bubble. Thank you so much. And done. And that does good. That will do good. Doggy Donuts! And we get to restore the person's face. Done! And purr! What a kerfuffle. But at least we got Toby back safely. What a good looking boy he is. Speaking of luck, could we have that jewel? Oh yes, of course, here you go. We got the right eye jewel. Now we're halfway done to unlocking Dark Lord Jeff's castle. Come on boy, we're leaving town. Alright, we're just going back. To finish most of this quest. We got it. We got it done. That's 2 jewels for the skyscraper we found now. 2 down, 2 to go. So we're only halfway there. but positive. And we're already halfway there. Let's do this. And we're done with that. We've now fought a boss, and we're done. We're all done. We're all done with that now. Okay, so I think that's gonna do it for today's stream. So we got halfway there. We finally found out where Dark Lord Jeff is hiding, and now we get to move on. Well, not Dark Lord Jeff. That was the previous name that he had. Dark Lord Arthur is who we're actually looking for. And I think we're going to actually do these events first before we actually end it off. So, here's a carrot. Eat up. The horse, not that tasty, apparently. Alright, well, they can't all be winners. Oh, well, at least that levels up your friendship. So now you're what level with a horse? 12. Saddle up 2. 2 riders on 1 horse? Why not? Just hold on tight. Alright. And that's another event we get to unlock. I bought a present for somebody. Neat. Surprise. Alright. We're giving a present to Millie. You sure? What is it? Hopefully something she... It's a wooden spoon. Thank you. Millie's kind of happy. And that levels up our friendship. Now we are what level at? What level are we at now? 16? Okay, 16. We're at share. Alright, so go halfsies on friend when they don't... Okay, so now we share... And there's Finn, being a creeper. Alright. Alright, I'm not entirely sure why Finn is there at all. We haven't interacted with him in a long time. In any case... I think that's gonna do it for today's stream. So, thank you all for tuning in today. So, we've done some stuff. We have done some things. We are now halfway done with everything we need to do, which is very good. That's very important. Yeah, we are now that we've done all of that, we are now halfway done with everything. We have to unlock more of the sky. We do need to unlock the rest of the Skyscraper next time, but now that we're halfway there, so we'll probably get that done next time. I don't think we'll finish the game next stream. I think there's like 1 or 2 more hours after that. So I don't think we're going to finish it next stream, but we should get particularly close. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see. We'll have to see that going forward. But I think for right now we are gonna leave this stream here. So thank you guys all for tuning in. Thank you Potato for tuning in. Thank you everybody else for tuning in. Thank you for Mr. Simp Like the Button for tuning in. Thank you to everybody else for tuning in. Thank you for follower of the Cthulhu Caden for tuning in. Thank you all for tuning in. I very much appreciate you all coming out to taking time out of your schedules to check out my stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys want to help support me, by all means, go check out my main channel, and you can also check out my Discord down in the description below, down in the, the social links down below. You can also subscribe and help support me that way. I'm not sure if I have that set up, where I'm at a position where we'll ever be able to do that, but, in the meantime, you can help bits and help support me that way, I think. There's a couple of different ways you can support me. I don't remember all the different ways you can do that on Twitch, but, the main way you can actually support me is by checking out my main channel. It's in the social links, Zack Does Things. Be sure to go check that out. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next stream. Bye, guys. Bye. Thanks for tuning. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. So yeah, we're gonna continue onward with this next time. I'll see you guys next week. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Bye.